Most agency owners will never hit $1 million a year in their business, not because they're not working hard enough, but because they're not structured the right way from day one. So in this video, I'm going to break down the 3 things I wish I knew before I ever hit $1 million a year, because they would have got me there at least 3 times faster. So who am I? My name is Billy Robinson. I've sold over 130,000 leads across finance, insurance, and home services. And last month alone, we did 250K a month in sales from basically one funnel. But more importantly, the system I'm about to break down is now working for members inside my Paper Lead Nation Pro community. People are making their first profit selling leads and landing their first lead buyers with this model. But moving on, how would I get to $1 million a year faster? By doing these 3 things. But here's the biggest mistake I made, and I see it every single day inside my community. Number 1, the agency model mistake. So what I say people coming to my group for is they started an SMMA or SEO agency, which is what I did. You know, we started off offering Google ads, SEO, or Facebook ads to clients, which by the way, AI is coming for. So doing that model, we had an average monthly retainer of $2,500 a month. So in order to hit $1 million a year, we needed 32 clients. The businesses though that we worked with had very basic offers and often commoditized in their niche. This makes it really hard to sell and market their businesses. So what happens is they end up getting poor results, they blame you, and they leave after just 3 or 4 months. We call these guys agency hoppers, and it was a constant game of trying to keep clients happy, getting them good results in the beginning, and then things would taper off. Some of that was seasonal, but whatever, they would blame you and just leave. So the other thing was you would need a team of account managers and junior execs to run these campaigns. So basically, for every 10 clients, you needed 2 staff members, an account manager, and a junior media buyer or exec. But wages in most developed Western countries are very expensive. And so we would spend $15,000 a month for an account manager and a junior exec, which meant 10 clients at $2,500 each, we'd only be left with $10,000 gross profit, of which we had to take out overheads as well. Subscriptions, rent, insurance, also the fact that you had to spend money on ads and outreach to get these clients, which I haven't factored in, at $55K in overhead. So you take home on $1 million agency is just $25,000 a month. If you had a business partner as well, like I did, you're only seeing half of that, and then you've got tax to pay, and you might as well go get a job. So this is the first mistake I see, and would stop me from getting to $1 million a year faster. But if we look at the second point, if we shift the math and we say that $1 million a year is $80,000 a month and your average revenue is $80 a lead, you only need to sell 1,000 leads a month to hit that. That's 33 leads a day. And if your average target CPA is $50, you need to spend $1,650 a day across Meta, Google, and TikTok. So the average buyer in our space orders about 70 leads a month. So you only need about 14 buyers to hit $1 million a year. Now, 14 buyers is a lot better than 32 clients, trust me. And so the way it works also is that in the 14 buyers, probably 20% of them will account for 80% of the lead volume. So some of those will be bigger buyers and some will be smaller, but that's a good way to have it. You don't want to be over-reliant on one big buyer. On the flip side, you don't want to have too many small clients that just can't take the volume. But with these numbers, you're at a 37.5% gross profit margin and there's around $1,000 a day in profit already. There's also 2 levers you can pull here to improve your profitability. And it doesn't involve hiring anyone or implementing software. You just need to lower your cost per lead through better ads and better landing pages, or you can raise your price through improving your lead quality and getting better client results. So if all of a sudden we drop our CPL to $40 and raise our price to $90, now you've just made an extra $20,000 in gross profit a month. You're at $50K. No new niches or businesses here. You just stay in the one vertical, improve, and sell until you can't get any more gains, which will probably take a long time. So that's why I'm recommending to people to always stay focused, stay niche specific until you're at 100K a month or more. And only then would you look at scaling horizontally into a different vertical. Cool. So number 3, the system shift. PPL involves one brand that you own, one quiz funnel, one lead distribution platform, one ad account. I always recommend 2 platforms at least. So whether that's Google and Facebook or Facebook and TikTok, ideally all 3. So you've got a large spread of traffic sources so that you're not reliant on one. The other thing that's key is payment up front always. So I teach how to get paid up front. I have a simple contract that I send to people, which is available in my school community, a profit tracking sheet as well, so you know your exact numbers and how much you're making a day. And B2B ads to find buyers is essential so that you can always be bringing on buyers through Facebook ads. How much to get started? Well, you only need $1,000 for B2B ads and $1,000 for testing your B2C if you don't have experience in that niche. And then let's call $1,000 for software setup, lead distribution platform, funnel software, quiz, and basic GHL account. And that's pretty much it. So in summary, guys, that is the way to get to $1 million a year faster, by picking the right model with the right system and the right approach. And I would have got there a lot quicker if someone had told me to do this 5 or 6 years ago. But you don't have to wait that long. You can learn from my mistakes. So if you want the exact systems, funnels, and frameworks we use inside our lead gen business, check out Paper Lead Nation Pro below. Everything's linked in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.